Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today is pretty cool top 10. Not really top 10, it's more of a top 15, but I'll get here in a second. Starting this week and then the next 2 weeks I'm going to count down all 35 Godzilla movies. I'm going to break them into 3 parts. Do the first 15, the bottom 15, the top 10 next week, and the middle 10 next week, and then the final my top 10 favorite Godzilla movies of all time. I wanted to just leading up to the Godzilla versus Kong in the end of April. I thought it'd be fun to just count down these movies. I love talking about them. I'm not gonna do a review, but in fact, top 15, I might skip over some of these kind of quickly. So, anyways, let's start the playlist. Let's start off with the playlist. Let's start off with the top 15. I mean, the bottom 15 of the of ranking all 35 movies. At number 35 is All Monsters Attack. 35 is All Monsters Attack. Easily the weakest Godzilla movie of all time. It was more towards kids, but I even think I don't know, like Minya being tiny. I just didn't like that. Batra. I mean, what Batra, the main villain, was just a punk in the movie, and it's supposed to teach kids about bullying and stuff. It just didn't. I just didn't. I don't like this movie. It's boring, not that interesting, and has Minya to me literally the weakest character and my least favorite character monster in Godzilla universe. Yeah, I give this movie a 3 out of 10. It's awful. I never liked this movie. It's an old one too. It came out in '69, but it's not that good. And number 34, also not that good. It's got Godzilla City of the Edge of Battle. These animated movies are not that good, and this one's by far the worst. And it's just boring. We just talk about it. This city that's supposed to be like Mecha Godzilla, which to me it's a total. Why would you do that? Why should you just build like a Mecha Godzilla or something and revive him to be Godzilla? But only thing that makes this one better is Scarlet Godzilla and the animated series, and the only saving grace about it. And this movie gets like a 3.5 out of 10. It came out in 2018. One of the it's by far the worst of the animes, and it's not that good. And number 33 is Godzilla vs. Space Godzilla. I did not. This is by far the worst Heisei era Godzilla. It came out in '94. It's just the final battle is what kills this movie. And Baby Godzilla, I don't know why they had him look like the way he did. He just looked so ugly. I mean, not nicely, but he did not look that good. And that final battle with Space Godzilla is just boring. Like, Space Godzilla is a good concept, but it's just the way they made it. It just was bad. It was better than 35 through than the last three other lower movies in this list. But I can only give this movie a 4 out of 10. It's not nearly as good. It's by far the worst Heisei era Godzilla movie. And number 32 is Godzilla Planet of Monsters. The first of the animated series. It's better than the City of Edge of Battle. That's all I can give it. What makes this one bad is just you're not even facing Godzilla, you're facing like a offspring from Godzilla who's like the regular height of Godzilla's originally was, and when you see the only cool part about the movie is when you finally do see how big the planet Godzilla is. It's just that part's cool, but I can only give this movie a 4.4 out of 10. It's not that good, and it's just you'd hope this would have been the worst one and it kept getting better, but it isn't. So that's why it's at number 32. At number 31 is Godzilla Raids Again. Godzilla's second movie was you could tell it was rushed from the success of the original movie. And Garrus is cool. The only good part about this movie is that when they explain how Anguirus is and stuff. But other than that, it's not that it's hasn't aged well, and it's just not that as interesting as many of his other movies. I've only seen it like once, and it's one I would never really go back to. There's so much other ones I would pick over this one, but it's all right. It's not the best. That's why it's at number 30. 31. So, and number 30 is the final movie in the animated series, Godzilla, the Planet Eater. I like how Ghidorah is like a god of some sort from another dimension. But the only thing I like about this movie is that they made it look going to be like a big show off against Godzilla and Ghidorah, and it never is, which is sad because I'm a huge fan of Ghidorah, one of Godzilla's biggest rival. But it's this way, it's this story is decent, but it was mainly about the humans and the monsters are just there. So the whole entire animated series was not that good at all, and that's why don't care to own them. And that's why Godzilla the Planet Eater is at number 30. Number 29 is Son of Godzilla. Um, my third least Showa era movie. I just don't like this movie because I don't like the how Godzilla looks, and I've never liked Minya. By far the worst baby Godzilla. Um, I just never liked him, and the only thing saving grace about this is the other bug monsters on the island on this little island they're on, and story's kind of decent, but it's not the best. Um, I just never liked this movie, and it's a pretty old movie. It came out in '67, but it's not the best, and I can only get it up to 29. At 28 is the first of the Millennium Era movies, Godzilla versus Megaguirus. I just didn't like this movie because there's this all the major stuff that was so boring in the middle of the movie, and Godzilla sucked up by a black hole to me was just kind of stupid because you would destroy the entire planet. But it's not that good of a movie. It's by far the worst Millennium Era, and I can only give this movie 4.4 out of 10 as well. Same with Son of Godzilla, 4.4. It's not that good of a movie. And it's not that good of a Godzilla movie, in my opinion. So, it's at number 28. And number 27 is Godzilla vs. Megalon, another classic Godzilla movie. I just don't like this movie that much because it's too kiddish. I understand it's more for towards kids, but I like the more serious Godzilla movies, and this one's just see Megaguirus and Gigan versus Godzilla and Jet Jaguar. I've never been a fan of Jet Jaguar personally. He doesn't to me fit as well, but yeah, I just don't like this movie as a lot of other people do, and it's just too kiddish for me. That's why it's at so low on the list. At number 27, so at number 26 is another Showa era Godzilla versus Hetero. It's just this one was this really weird movie. You can definitely tell it was from the 70s because of the way it looks, but this is the only saving grace of this movie is in the other few so far I've talked about is um that Hedorah is made out of gunk and stuff from the atmosphere and all that. Like, and this message of like trying to get the planet clean and stuff. But other than that, I've never been the biggest fan of Godzilla vs. Hedorah, and that's why it's only at number 27. I mean 26. Number 5 is Godzilla vs. Mothra, the Heisei era version. I never liked the Heisei era really that much. It was just kind of boring and stuff. It's nowhere near as good as some other Mothra stories with Godzilla, and I've just never been the biggest fan with it. Came out in '92. Um, it's not as interesting, but it's not that bad. And I could watch it again, but compared to some of the other ones on this list, it's easily the weakest Godzilla and Mothra movie together, and I just had to put it this low. I couldn't put it any higher, so it's at number 24. Number 25. Number 24 is the first attempt of American Godzilla 1998. This movie is this bad because it's not a Godzilla movie. It's a Zilla movie. And Zilla is what he got named from Toho when they bought the rights of Zilla, 1998 Godzilla. That's the only reason why it's so low. It's not that bad of a kaiju movie, but it's not the best. It's not a Godzilla movie, and that's why it's at number 24. Um, Number 23 is Godzilla vs. Gigan. Only reason why this one's at up high is I love the team up of Godzilla and Anguirus versus Gigan and Ghidorah, but the way they put it together, I just didn't like how they did it. But it's still a pretty decent movie. I mean, it was still pretty fun movie to watch because I like watching those. I'm a big Gigan fan, and so seeing them teaming up with Ghidorah versus Godzilla and Anguirus, that's why it's this high on the list. So that's why it's number 23. And number 22 is Adora, Adora Horror of the Deep. You could definitely tell it was supposed to be a King Kong movie over a Godzilla movie because of an island and stuff. Its story is decent. It's just you could tell it wasn't meant for Godzilla, and you could tell they kind of threw in Mothra into this, but it's not bad, but it's not the best. It's just kind of funny to watch it, and that's why it's at number 22 on the list. And number 21, the last one in this list is Terror of Mechagodzilla. The last of the Show era. It's an okay movie. What ruins this movie for me is Titanosaurus and its war is just so annoying. That's why it's so low. This movie's so low on this list, but I like the Mechagodzilla and the Show era and Godzilla. The story's okay, it's not that bad. But I just don't think it was the best way to end the Show era, me personally. But that's why it's at number 21. So next week I'll be doing 20 through 11, and I hope you guys look forward to that. And that was 35 through 21. I hope you guys like this top 15 list, and if you want more videos and want to uh, watch the other two top 10s, please like, subscribe to the channel, and like this video and comment if you want to know your opinions on it, and hit the notification bell for the next video. Tomorrow is a movie review, and it's Godzilla month for me because of Godzilla vs. Kong comes out in a month, so it'll be a Godzilla related movie. So hope you guys have a good day, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.